Hey everyone, and this is going to be a discussion video, but also a little bit of a review. The discussion I want to bring up today is pop vinyls versus Nendoroids, and this is a topic that has been brought up on YouTube a lot, and to be honest, it's not a fair comparison. On the left, we have pop vinyls, which are inexpensive collectibles that usually stay in the box, but if they don't, they come out and are already pre-posed and ready to display. Nendoroids are a lot more expensive, but they are posable somewhat and come with a whole bunch of accessories, as well as the actual characters and painting looks a little bit more refined. So you're basically comparing apples to oranges here, but people like to compare them because they are similar-ish in size, and the price, while it's super different, doesn't really mean anything when you're comparing Nendoroid Tracer to Pop Vinyl Tracer. Any small collectibles in this market are going to be cross-referenced at times, and I've really been thinking about that recently. As you can see here, I have the Pop Vinyl Major League Baseball Mariner Moose. I have fallen back in love with baseball or something along those lines, and I've been watching the Mariners pretty constantly, non-stop, for the past couple months. And all of that is really just to say that I watched them so much that I kind of wanted something to remember them by and to enjoy these moments I've been having. And getting something in plastic form is pretty common, I would say. And what better thing than the mascot, which looks adorable in pop vinyl form. So here is the box, and a lot of pop vinyl things stay in the box. I think a lot of people display them this way because they look nice. I mean, here's a big plastic window for you to see the actual product, but also you got some nice art of the figure right here with the title, the number of figure, and the pop logo. On the back you get more information, so here's what the mascot actually looks like, here's more to collect, and just a nice little art background of a baseball field. But if you wanted to take this figure out and display it, you are more than welcome to, and taking this figure and putting it back in box, super easy. It just comes in this plastic tray, fits in there nicely, you just close it up and put it back in the box. And I find this to be adorable. Now, the pop vinyl style is not something that I am a huge fan of, but I think for this mascot and for some other figures, it really works. So speaking of this Mariner Moose mascot, and the black eyes look kind of cute. I think that works for the Pokemon as well, and it just doesn't work for some other human characters, but for creatures and animals, I think it works out pretty well. I will have to say that I'm very impressed with the sculpting detail all throughout here on the fur, and then, you know, on the Mariners jersey as well with the printed Mariners right there. It looks pretty good, and it didn't cost me that much money. Pop vinyls retail for around $13 to $15, so less than 20 bucks, and this is a collectible figure of something that I would never get in Nendoroid form or an action figure form, so it fills a void. And I think that's the main part of this discussion that I want to talk about. Pop vinyls fill a void. But sticking to the character real quick, and the painting's also pretty good. I mean, it's kind of sloppy up here, but on the hair right here and everywhere else, it looks pretty decent. There's some shading right there going from dark to light. Not sure if that's on purpose. Same thing can be said right here on the bottoms of the hands. The actual plastic feels a little sticky. And so what I meant by filling a void is basically that if there is a pop culture or famous series that I like, there is a pretty good chance that pop vinyl has something for it. If I like The Office, if I like Parks and Rec, if I like Major League Baseball, chances are that there is something there to fill that void in your heart. Now, the style of pop vinyl, like I said, is not something that I am particularly drawn to. I get why they do it, and it's a genius decision, but I just think overall action figures and Nendoroids look better. But that comes at a cost. They are far more expensive, and displaying them proves to be a difficult challenge. Pop vinyls, there's a whole bunch of pros. I mean, first of all, price should be number one. Number one thing pop vinyls can do, they're pretty inexpensive and they're nice gifts for people that like to collect toys, or pretty much anyone. The second pro I would have to say about pop vinyls is that there are so many of them that you're bound to find something that you like even a little bit. And the third pro that I think Pop Vinyl has over Nendoroids, I guess, in this conversation, is their ability to display them. I can keep this figure in box or out of box, I can stack them, I can put them on a shelf all lined up. If you even go onto Amazon and look for display stands, there are some specifically made for Pop Vinyl. And I guess part of what I'm trying to say in this third one displaying as well is that Pop Vinyls can make more of the figures that you like than pretty much any other company. So My Hero Academia being one of my favorite properties of all time, I guess. Pop Vinyl has done so many My Hero Academia Nendoroids, and they continue to do so. And there's a whole bunch of characters in there that Nendoroid will never get to or have gotten to way later. I'm not trying to say that Nendoroids aren't worth your time. I mean, I will still collect Nendoroids, hopefully, for a very long time, but there's something about this specific figure here that has made me happier than a lot more recent Nendoroids, and I think that's kind of the reason why I'm making this video. It's just because I was caught off guard by how much I like this, and I think it's because I really like baseball right now. I like watching baseball, I like rooting for the team, so this can go on the shelf, and I feel a more emotional attachment to this than I do with a Nendoroid. I feel less bothered by how much I spent on it. I feel like it's easier to handle and, you know, take photos of and whatever. Like, it's not a huge commitment. And so this discussion I really kind of want to open up to anyone watching. Comment down below, please, your opinion on at least these two things. Number one, have you ever collected Pop Vinyl / do you collect them currently? And given the growing prices of Nendoroids after every single release, is something like this or small collectibles similar to Pop Vinyl, Funko Pop, becoming more attractive to you? Because I think it's important to know that Nendoroids are getting terribly, terribly expensive, and these guys remain to be relatively cheap. So that's really the video. Don't really know where I was going with it. It's kind of a rant. It's kind of just free thought discussion, but I do want to hear other people's opinions. And I will say final words that by no means is Pop Vinyl the best of the best. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that as a Nendoroid collector, this Funko Pop Mariner Moose has given me a lot of joy, maybe more joy than the past 5 Nendoroids that I've reviewed. That's all I'm saying. The aftermarket on these guys is pretty crazy, so people are, you know, collectors are evil in every market. You're not going to get lucky just because these are cheaper. But that's really what I wanted to say. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps this channel out quite a bit. Stay tuned for more content, and with that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.